Alright, battery's off. Got a lot of room to get the tensioner. So this is a tensioner. Alright, the belt is off. As you can see, all you need to remove the supercharger belt is this. Torx 50. That's what is going to fit in the tensioner, and this is your tensioner here. So let's see if that's have a play in it here, or noise. You hear a little bit, but not that much. Alright, so we can move the alternator out of the way, or we can try to get the bottom bolt there. We can try to get the bottom bolts, all of them out, without moving the alternator. Or we can take the alternator off. Let's just try now. Take the alternator and then see what happens. Alright, get 10mm with an extension. Might need a little more extensions, or maybe no extensions at all. Well, surely gotta take this thing off here. Size it. Too big. T30. Let's see if T30 works. So that's T30. Alright, so like everybody else, I'm gonna take this spray bottle, take the bottom in there and keep pumping. Take all the fluid out. Alright, this is what we have. Stinky. Just beware. This doesn't smell good. And this is ready to come apart now. Let's take the bottom ones, or harder first. Oh my god, this thing, that thing's super tight. Way more than torque specifications. Makes you really think that somebody been here before. Alright, it's off. It'd be nice if you have a magnet. All my tools are in the shop, so I don't have anything available. Let's get some gloves because this is going to get nasty. Alright, there's that one in the bottom, and I'm sure that's it. Unless there's another one next to it. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything next to that bolt. Yep. So there's that one on the right, and there's also one right next to it. And somebody tightened the crap out of these. Makes you wonder sometimes if they did a good job or not sealing it, or probably it was leaking. Okay, we don't want to lose that bolt. That's why it's good to have a magnet next to you. Came off, same size. Yeah. See, this is gonna just be enough. Enough to break it loose. See if we can take it off. Alright, that should be much better using a shorty, 10mm. Should be up. Alright, one more. They're all the same size. Alright. We can take the hardest one too. See a regular wrench, see if that can take off. You cannot take these off. I'd recommend just take the alternator out of the way. Wrong way. Alright. Let's hope that. Alright, that came loose. It's getting tight, but you're saving yourself time. Feels like it's taking longer. You're saving yourself the time. Just remember that. You need the ratcheting wrench though, which I don't have around here. Let's take this out of the way too. I don't know if it's going to make life easier or not. We'll see. Might be making a mistake taking the top one off first, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, top one is loose. It's not coming off because it's in the way. Let's take bottom one off, and that should be the hardest one to get. Last of the hardest, and then should be all simple after that, hopefully. I don't think you can fit a ratchet in there. Let's see what we can do. Same setup here. Really basic tools. Really basic tools makes the job harder, but good on your project. You need to swivel tan, but we don't have that. Not around here. Yes, this is not gonna work. Open end or inside is a little bit out of the way. It's too big. Good luck with that, that's not gonna work. Alright, the problem is, or the mistake that I've done is, this bolt is in the way, and I should have left that last. And the open end side, it may really cause some damage, you don't. Yep. You don't want to use this hand because I'm just gonna throw a feel. It's twisting. I'm gonna have to take this brace off. Let's send this back home, see. I have tools in the shop, but I'd rather keep them there so when I go to work I don't be missing anything. Let's see if you do it this way with this bolt in its place. Probably it makes more sense to take the bottom one off first, and I guess it's not gonna make any big difference. Nope, not really. Hold on a second. It may work. This will definitely work with a straight wrench. No problem. Dude, just take this thing off too. I was holding on the alternator. Take the alternator off. Come on. So with basic tools it is hard to do it. Unfortunately, we'll have to take this alternator out of the way. We tried. If you have straight, I don't have it. I have it in the shop. If you have straight 10mm, it will go in with no problem. And if you have a swivel 10mm, that will work too. Okay, let's just loosen this bolt and take these two. It should come off. We're gonna take the whole thing off anyway, so we might as well disconnect it and take everything. This loose. $15 should have worked. Yeah, 15. So 16 you don't need. I was wrong. Off. Put the starter bolt. Need the deep. Of course, you're gonna need the deep socket for that. Okay, that particular one is 14mm. So you got 15, 15, 13, 14mm. Make sure I get the right. This is another 15. Just double check. They're all 15, I guess. It's 14, don't want to fit in there. Yep. Alright, so 15, 15, 15, 10 millimeter, 13 millimeter there. That's all the tools you're gonna need. You're definitely gonna need a deep socket too, and it's good to have an extension. Alright, here you go, your alternator. The reverse process is the end. So now we got everything easy access. Let's just go for nothing is easier. The fact you do this. This is pretty tight, so I would have struggled more to do it. But here we go, it's on. Everything's out. But this is everything 10. Be ready for a bath of oil. So this bolt is a little longer. Remember, the bolt is a little longer. And if you forgot, it's okay because it's not gonna fit. With the short one, may not even catch the threads. I haven't tried that, but alright, let's just break these loose. And definitely you're gonna need the deep socket for this. Some of the pry bars I don't have a lot of stuff laying down around here. Oh, dude. Looks like this has never been replaced. Oh my god. Alright, I thought it was cracking, but there we go. If you put the bolt in place, it'll help opening a little bit. See? And there's another one from this side. You do the same thing. Okay. Push it back this way. It'll come apart. Not really big fan of prying in here in that surface, but sometimes you have to do what you gotta do. Alright, came off. Oil mess is gonna be inevitable. I mean, you could put a rag. I don't have a rag laying down around, but it's more of a very important thing to have. Moment of truth to find out if our coupler is the bad or not the bad thing here. It's really hard to say, but anyway, really hard to say which is bad or not, but I guess looking at it, at least here you can tell that the bearing They're a little loud. The gears looks good. Something else to inspecting. And let's see. So what you do is you gotta clean the surface, and apply something like hollow marl, a kind of RTV material that doesn't dry 100%, so the hard particles doesn't go inside and damage the rubber and the gears. I'll be honest, I don't have that laying around, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a really thin coat of black or gray RTV, whatever I had. I went to the nearest parts store today and I couldn't find anything, so yeah, don't follow that thing I'm doing. I know it's gonna seal, but it's not recommended by the manufacturer. Same with the oil. I'm not using. Same with the oil. I'm actually using Mobil 1 1030, and it's not recommended by the manufacturer. So don't follow these 2 steps. I personally think it's all good, no problem with this. But like I said, I know there's somebody's gonna say, hey, not, and well, there's always that guy. Anyway, follow what the manufacturer tell you. All right, let's see if this thing's fitting. Yep, it looks good. So I think it doesn't matter which way it goes, but when you pull it, you feel like it's slack. Alright, let's just put this thing back in here. And we're gonna need a little bit of lube, which we don't have around. So I'm gonna lube it a little bit. Best way is like putting a little bit of you'll notice how snug the new one is compared to the old one. It's really snug. The old one just came right off, and let's see how. There's no play. There's no play. There's no damage. There's no metal grind material. We're good. There's no play between the gears, so that's not bad. And let's just put everything back together. I'm gonna try to apply the RTV on this side. That way this I think the noise is coming from the bearing, and no play in them, so I'm not gonna be worried about it. All right. It's gotta go right in place with no problems. Alright, we're gonna go in the crisscross pattern now, like everything else. I know there is torque specs in here. I'm gonna put it all in a picture. And remember, the long one is the one that goes in the bottom. Should be the last one you take off. I mean, you put on.